Gosh, patriotism should starts with volunteering. Patriotism starts with volunteering. If you do not have the mindset of working without pay, then you can never be patriotic. So if these kids, if our junior high school students are, after writing their BEC, it's mandatory that go do your community service, let's say for 2 weeks or for a week, and then bring a report when you're going to your various senior high schools.
The high school that we have, it positions us well enough to be able to meet what is out there head on.
No. To be honest, no. Gosh, yes, I have a friend who completed, as I said, when you're in school and then people come for seminars, you see doctors, you see lawyers, you see nurses, army officers and all that. You don't see seamstresses, you don't see hairdressers, you don't see people who completed senior high school but didn't go to the university but are making it in life. Where are those people? I know there are lots of people in our country that did not go to the university, went to the senior high school, completed, learned something and did that. You do not see those people. So are you in your mind, this is the only way, right? So when you go out there and it's not like that, you get funny thoughts. And this is serious because a lot of people had been through stages of mental turmoil because of that. So I can be the doctor, part of the doctors. I want to be called doctor. I want to be called lawyer. You see, sometimes when there are instructions, you don't really try to look inside you and know this is what I want. You just try to live your life according to the instructions. You live your life according to the standards. So they say doctors are doctor as a professional, medicine as a course, it's a very prestigious course, right? If you offer medicine, you're going to be respected in the society.
You get all the money.
Yes. And okay, let's leave it here. But yes, so when it's prestigious, right? So you want that, and then you complete, and let's say you do not get that, and you're like, hey, so I'm not going to be part of this prestigious people in life. Who told you? The moment you see yourself as you're going to be below the standards, below the status, now you have to look for ways. And that's also a source of our corruptions and bribery. If we could be content and be able to weigh our options well and say, this is what I have, I'm not going to try other ways, I'm looking at my options, I'll take the right path and I'll go to this place, and whatever life takes me, I'll make good choices and get there. There will be nothing like bribery, corruption and all that. And if your care is not taken and parents are not really cautious of their kids, they end up doing other things, because we have to get there. I have to be a medical doctor, and you waste like 5-6 years of your time at home trying to gather money, and by the time you realize your parents can't even sponsor you anymore because you're 25. You have other things to do. Remember, your parents, see, that's one thing we don't really think about our parents, right? As you're growing, remember that your parents are also growing. So let's say they gave birth to you at the age of 30. They have 30 more years to go for pension. And you're wasting their time to take care of you. At 16, they need to relax, enjoy life. Enjoy what we call what you assume is a soft life. You want to waste their time. Not intentionally, but that's it. If we don't have the background, if we don't see the seamstresses, if we don't see the hairdressers, the stylists who are making it in life, this will always be the future. You always have people doing what they did not like. This morning, Dr. Coleman, a past student of our school, told me that someone related to him read medicine, and after she sat in the consulting room for 5 years, she got bored. And then she left. She started doing research work. Was not to be Dr. Coleman, if you're watching this, not to criticize it, but what is the worth? You've wasted time. You've wasted, you ended up doing, but how many of us have the chance to do that? Go here, go read medicine. Later realize, this is not my thing, go do this. This is not my thing. We're just making things difficult for other people. I call there's something called community service, right? I wish that a lot of kids will not go into the prestigious works like health and all that, but after every every semester break, students should be required to go do community service at least a day or two at, let's say, the seamstress, the hair shop, the sewing shop or whatever. And then when you come, let's come to the school setting, the clubs, right? We have home economics teachers, clothing teachers. There should be a club that's GS should sponsor and say, this club is for people to learn how to sew. So you don't actually have to be a clothing student to know how to sew. Oh, this club is for people who want to learn how to braid, and you organize competitions, braiding competitions or sewing competitions for the various in high school, like how you have the NSMQs, you have the debate competitions and all that. You could have that for those with skills, handiwork, things like that. So it's really important. It would make things softer that even if I complete and I realize I can still do this, I love this, oh, I really enjoy this, let me just work with that and help myself a lot. It would be wonderful.
Awesome.
It would be wonderful. And as I said, to also solve this issue of wasting time to go try if medicine will be good for me and other things like that, I recommend that after senior high school, you have to wait for like 3 months before you actually go to school or something like that. Parents would encourage their kids to try doing volunteer works at, let's say, hospitals or schools, rehabilitation centers. I remember during my after school, I went for a leadership seminar and I had to do community service. I really wanted to become a psychiatrist. I think I told you one time, my mind is changed. I have changed my mind and I have surrendered. Because I went to the rehabilitation center and I started running away from the patients there. And I realized,
you don't want to be
this
here.
This is not what I want. So imagine I had not had that experience and I had gone to read medicine and furthered into psychiatry. Later I come out and I say,
And then you start becoming, bringing financial loss to the state, becoming a nuisance to the facility.
Yes, and I'll be a depressed doctor, depressing my patients. I'll be depressed. And gosh, these things are basic things that we need to know. We need to let the students experience these things. Gosh, patriotism should starts with volunteering. Patriotism starts with volunteering. If you do not have the mindset of working without pay, then you can never be patriotic. So if these kids, if our junior high school students are, after writing their BEC, it's mandatory that go do your community service, let's say for 2 weeks or for a week, and then bring a report when you're going to your various senior high schools for us to see what you did, and you need to get, a signature from whatever you served. Then these girls will love serving, will love working without pay, and you won't have nurses or teachers who are not working because they're not being paid. They will do it out of passion.
Amazing. What do you think about this? GES, what do you think about this? A lot of high school students are watching you. Yeah. They have so much expectations. They are going to write their BEC and then pursue that. Like, what do you have to tell them? Whilst
you're in school, study. It's really important. Study, socialize, make friends, have fun. When you go out there and things do not go as planned, do not panic. Weigh your options. Find out what you can do with the options and the choices that you have. Weigh them and take care. Don't waste time. Don't waste time. You'll be fine and you'll be good. And you realize that you start to love the things that you did and the things that you didn't really think about. Life is not yours. Life is everyone's. So if you're not going for the opportunity, 5 other people, 10 other people are going for the same opportunity. When you realize that this is what you want, people had already realized that before you did, and the opportunity would be gone.